Now, speaking of people that may or may not have required a breath test at the Golden Globes last night, we saw the usual virtue signalling by actors and actresses who do as I say, not as I do, and like to parade their moral and their superiority across us all, that we should all just be more like them, as they donned the pins on their dresses to mark. It was Wanda Sykes, Jean Smart, and of course Mark Ruffalo, our everyday favourite of Let's Be Left Wing and Tell Everyone About It. But they wore Be Good pins, and this was a nod to Renee Good, who was, as I referred to earlier, the woman that was killed by the ICE agent after she attempted to run him over. But they also were wearing general anti-ICE pins, so anti-immigration control pins. So we know where all of those on the left stand when it comes to anything to do with the Trump administration, anything to do with Western values. We know where they stand. But again, do as I say, not as I do. There may be no smoking regulations all over the place. You're not allowed to have a cigarette pretty much anywhere these days, except if you're Sean Penn. And I think we've got some vision of it here. You know, I actually love this. Good on you, Sean. He just doesn't care. He's sitting next to Leo, who I think bought his mother for a change. You know, he's gone from the very young girls to his mother.
Yeah, that's
you know, clearly kindergarten wasn't out that day. But, you know, I love that Sean's just gone, bugger it, I'm just going to light it up, have a fag.
It was a real two-fingered salute to all the wokedom that was drenching the Golden Globes, and will drench the Academy Awards next month as well too. But as you say, it's, you know, these are people who live in these gated communities, you know, immunised from the real world, and they feel, well, let's use this to promote myself, to show everyone how good I am. Because, I mean, I reckon if you'd actually pin them down and ask them to explain what happened during that ICE raid and why that woman died, none of them could actually tell you what happened.
They'd only be able to tell you what CNN told them. But I'll
how it affects them.
If anyone wants to know, we had a joke last night about the shoot, shag or marry. Yeah. All right. Bill Maher, you are my man. We have this fabulous clip, and if you've ever got to love a lefty, you've got to love Bill Maher.
Mark Ruffalo and some Wanda Sykes also wearing a Be Good pin for Renee Good, obviously, and trying to use this platform for activism. Do you feel that's effective or no?
Oh, come on. We're just here for show business today. You know, it was a terrible thing that happened, and it shouldn't have happened. And if they didn't act like such thugs, it wouldn't have had to happen. But I don't need to wear a pin about it.
I just love him. He's just getting better and better with age and more on the money. Finally, a lefty who actually understands this is nothing but virtue signalling, and absolutely not the place for do it while they're all walking around in their $20,000 Tom Ford tuxedos. I mean, for God's sake.
We're not here for a lecture.
Kill me now. And I mean...
Well, we are. That's what
seriously.
Well, they're there. Some of them are there for the lecture.
Maybe them, you know, as they're putting their pins on, should be imbibing in what Bill Maher does when he does his own podcast, and it might make them all slightly more bearable.
I mean, you said before about having a breath test. Probably more applicable to give them a nose swab, I would have thought, at some of these events. But you know, he's nailed it. It's a piss-up to celebrate television, right? That's all it is. We don't want to...
We don't want political statements.
What your politics are.
These award ceremonies are not mutually exclusive from that now. That's what they've become.
I know.
They're platforms for politics.
I did like, though, on that note, the fact that... why? His name is totally... I'm having another one of these senior moments.
Leo?
No.
Sean Penn.
Ricky Gervais.
Gervais.
I can't believe I forgot the name.
Oh, my God.
Who won an award yesterday at the Golden Globes.
Oh, they would have all had a heart attack.
For his last Netflix special comedy show.
Is that Mortality?
And, yeah, Mortality, correct. And so he won a Golden Globe for that. And there were digs at him from a number of the presenters last night because, of course, remember when he was hosting whatever the other one is.
The Oscars?
Yeah, that one.
Coming from the senior here,
yeah,
I'll
I know.
help you out.
Look, I'm not. I must say I don't follow these awards things terribly closely.
Neither do I.
But I do know.
I miss the Britney Spears T-shirt.
but when he was hosting the Oscars for 5 years in a row or whatever, he made jokes constantly about shut up, sit down, we don't want to hear from you.
Wasn't that great?
So it's a great up yours, as is Sean Penn lighting up a dart. I just love that, you know.